What's up, y'all? It's your girl Camille, and I am back with another word. So grab your pens, grab your papers, because you know that I be teaching. This word obviously is so good that the enemy refused to allow me to upload my last video. I initially recorded this video on Sunday, and it's like literally I've been getting blocked from being able to. The video wasn't even loading in my photos. That's how you know that this word is about to change some lives. And as the Master Manifesto, one thing that I truly enjoy is changing lives when it comes to teaching people how to manifest. We are the co-creators. And that's the bottom line. We are the co-creators. God created each and every one of us to be powerful. So let's tap into that power. All right. So everything you dream and desire doesn't just happen as a random thought, but a vision that God placed in your heart for a reason. Manifesting isn't just about positive thinking, but it is about aligning yourself with God's will, trusting in His timing, and taking action in faith, while also holding on to your own power, because at the end of the day, we are co-creators, but we are not creators. God has the final say. We can create and further in the video, I'm not even gonna jump. So we are gonna start with Habakkuk. That's obviously not it. Sorry. Habakkuk. There we go. My apologies. I butchered that. Honestly, I grew up in the church. I was a deacon's child. And it wasn't until this journey of God, of, my spirituality, of being back in the Word, is the first time I've even heard of this book of the Bible. So, show your girl some grace. Nevertheless, Habakkuk 2, chapter 2, verse 2 through 3. It says, "Write my answer plainly on tablets so that a runner can carry the correct message to others. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed." So many times when we pray for something or we manifest something, we start to get a little discouraged because we realize that we didn't get what we're manifesting. But it is essential to remember that we are only co-creators and we receive everything in divine timing, while also remembering that rejection or a delay is not always a rejection. Many times we have to clear blockages. Many times we have to heal certain aspects of ourselves or align our energy with what it is that we are manifesting. And, we're going to go deeper into that. So, manifestation. I like to dive into the definition of words so that we can get a further understanding of what it is. And then we will also learn how to do it. So manifesting is the process of bringing your thoughts, desires, and intentions into fruition by aligning your mindset, action, and emotions. So emotion / energy, because that is essential. So when it comes to manifesting, there are some key principles. So first, you have to know exactly what it is you're manifesting. And 444, as I say that, it's word. But clarity is essential. And it's also, no one is perfect. Because let me be honest, I've manifested some things and later I realized that what I wanted wasn't truly what I manifested. And in order for me to reverse that, I had to change my energy. I essentially had to break that cycle. And I'm not going to get too deep into that because that is a whole nother conversation. But oftentimes when you find yourself in a situation that no longer aligns with you, that's one of the things that you have to do. Of course, we work with God with all things. We are rooted in the word. We are prayed up. But at the same time, God does bless us with tools so that we can break certain chains, so that we can heal certain things. And our mindset is literally key. Whether you're manifesting, because whether you know it or not, you manifest, period, all day long. And that is why throughout my entire YouTube channel, I speak nonstop about being intentional. Intention is key because, like I said, you're manifesting whether you know it or not. The music that you listen to, energy transfers. So I want to say that first because that is essential. You got to understand how energy works. Manifesting, you are manifesting an energy. Think of Genesis. In the beginning was the Word. God created everything from thought. Excuse me, it was confirmation burp. It was all a manifestation of God's thought. You see how that works? So your thoughts become your words become your actions, and that is why it is so essential to be mindful, to be intentional, and to be present. Because you're going to manifest whether you are intentional or not. And your words have power. So either you're going to speak life or you're going to speak death. That's solely up to you. But you have the power to co-create your reality once you know the blueprint. And that's what this video is. I'm about to teach y'all the blueprint. And honestly, I'm running through it. So this may be a very quick blueprint, but I promise this video is going to alter your entire existence. So we talked about clarity. Now, belief, that is one of the other essential principles. You have to believe that you are deserving of what it is that you are manifesting. If you don't believe that you are worthy of it, I promise it's not going to come. I won't say it's not going to come. There will be a delay. God will delay that, whatever it is that you are manifesting, until you are on the right vibration. And I won't get too deep into vibration yet because we're going to get there. We're going to get there. So, belief. You have to have faith that it is possible. So God took me to Hebrews chapter 11, and it talks about faith. If y'all can, ear ringing, that's another confirmation. When you can, study Hebrews 11. Listen to this video. Take the good word that I am teaching. Apply that with Hebrews 11. And just watch. So Hebrews 11:1 states, faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. So 11 verse 3 says, by faith we understand that the entire universe was formed at God's command, and that what we now see did not come from anything that can be seen. God showed the biggest example of manifestation and faith all in one. 2 verses, boom, done. But While we are on the key principle of belief, of having faith, Hebrews 11, verse 7 states, "It was by faith that Noah built a large boat to save his family from the flood. He obeyed God, who warned him about the things that had never happened before." Verse 8 states, "It was by faith that Abraham obeyed when God called him to leave home and to go to another land that God would give him as his inheritance. He went without knowing where he was going." When it comes to things that we are manifesting, God will give us explicit instruction, and we have to move by faith according to the downloads and the words, the messages that God is giving to us, because God will speak to us. 23 says, "It was by faith that Moses' parents hid him for 3 months when he was born. They saw that God had given them an unusual child, and they were not afraid to disobey the king's command." Let's keep going to Hebrews 11, chapter 33. It was by faith these people overthrew kingdoms, ruled with justice, and received what God had promised them. They shut the mouths of lions, quenched the flames of fire, and escaped death by the edge of the sword. Their weakness was turned to strength. They became strong in battle and put whole armies to fight. So you got to understand, like I said, it's a lot at play. We're only the co-creators, and that kind of went slightly off topic, but I did want to dive into faith because the title was Faith and Manifestation. And I don't know about y'all, but many times when we manifest something, God isn't always just going to hand it to you on a silver platter. You have to go through spiritual warfare. And many times when you're going through that spiritual warfare, it is right before you get your abundance. It is right before God gives you his promises. And that is why it is so essential to be rooted in the word, to stay prayed up, to listen to your gospel music, and to have that relationship with God. Because it's all the same process. And those trials and tribulations, our faith, is what helps us to have that testimony so that we can bring others along on their own journey with God. But let me not get too far off track. So we talked about belief being one of the key components when it comes to manifesting. Belief/faith. So the next one, taking steps towards your goal, taking actionable steps. So God plants a seed in you, gives you $1 million idea. Now you have to start moving by faith, having faith, and taking those steps towards your goal. And what can that look like? That can be you writing out your rough business plan, or even a outline of what it is that God placed on your spirit. Start doing research so that you know what it is that you have to do, what it is that it will take from you. Excuse me. Confirmation burp, evidently. Like when it comes to my YouTube videos, I'm not where I want to be yet, but it is me taking actionable steps to get to where it is that I want to go. It doesn't matter if no one hears my videos. I know where God promised me. I know where God is leading me. And I am going to meet him in the middle by being consistent, by staying in the word, by creating that strong bond with me and God, and continuing with my videos, because I know that God is going to deliver, because he always does, and it is in divine timing. So next one is alignment. So this is what I didn't want to go too in deep with before, because, but we here now. So when it comes to manifesting, you have to shift your energy to match the frequency or the energy of what it is that you are attracting. So, for example, if you are striving to be a wife, if God placed the seed in your spirit to be a godly wife, you have to have that clarity to say, okay, this is what I want. I want to be a woman of God, and I want to be a godly wife. You have to believe and have faith that God will bring you your godly husband. You have to have faith that God will bring you a thriving marriage. You have to have faith in the things that you are manifesting from that marriage. And although we are co-creators, you still got to have faith. Because many times when we have faith, while simultaneously letting go of control, because we know we are co-creators, but we are not creators, that submission is also essential when it comes to manifesting. Because control means that you don't trust God. So balance is key in all things. You can't have too much of one thing and you lack in something, because it's like a seesaw. That's not gonna work. But yeah, so I feel like I slightly lost my train of thought. But we're talking about alignment. Oh yeah, when it comes to the example of being a wife. So you have to align your energy. You can't be out here in the streets. You can't have yourself in men's faces, or looking a type of way that's not going to attract the energy that you are trying to attract. So now you got to alter yourself. If you find yourself around girlfriends who are not on that same path, it may be time for you to look at that. If you're out here in bars and not to sound judgmental, because you do what you do. However, everything is in moderation. When you say that you are attracting a godly marriage, you have to begin to change and align yourself and your energy to what it is that you're attracting. So if you want a godly marriage, you have to start being godly. You got to start in your purpose. You have to create that relationship with God, because God will give you explicit instructions on what it is that is needed for, what you're trying to attract. But if you're not at the right frequency that you were trying to attract, there will be a delay, or you may attract something that is not what you are intending to attract. And that's real. So some methods when it comes to manifesting. So these are some of my favorite methods. So you have scripting or vision boards. Scripting is my absolute favorite way to manifest at this current point in my journey. I just discovered scripting at the end of 2024. And when I say my combination of scripting, of placing God in what it is that I am manifesting, and my 6 weeks of fast, by the end of that fast, my life, not only did it turn around, it did a whole 180. I've been receiving everything that I've been manifesting at a rapid rate. So yeah. So when it comes to scripting, I really like scripting because it forces you're writing as if you already have it. You are speaking in present tense. You are describing the settings and how you feel and what you see. But because you're writing it, writing takes a while. So it allows for you to sit in that energy and engulf in it. It's beautiful. For me, at least. Now, if you're not the type of person that, you don't like to write, that's perfectly fine. I also use vision boards. So I have like a bulletin vision board that I have over here. And this one, I just write it on pieces of paper. So I wrote it on red pieces of paper because, dealing with the color theory, red is power. So when it comes to something that I'm manifesting, I like to use red. Or if it's money that I'm manifesting, I like to do green. But yeah, the color theory. Nevertheless, that is super essential and it is very powerful as well. My lock screen on my phone is also a vision board. And with that one, it's pictorial and I make it right on Pinterest. And I'm able to put whatever it is that I know that I'm manifesting. I'm seeing it constantly. I am showing gratitude. That is another essential step when it comes to manifesting. You have to show gratitude as if you already have it. And like I mentioned with scripting, it allows for you to be in that energy longer. You're creating that energy longer because it takes a minute to write. Because you're going to write into detail, you're going to get into seeing and feeling, and sometimes you can smell, but you're creating that energy. You are aligning with the energy that you are attracting. And when you are placing God into it, ooh, that's another ball game. But it is essential to place God in the middle of whatever you are doing. Whether it's something you're manifesting, whether it's something that you're starting, whether it's somewhere that you're going, put God in it. God doesn't discriminate. Or, another method is meditation, visualization. So I have ADHD. I started with visualization, meditating, honestly. However, I find myself, I get distracted a little too much. So when I'm creating the visualization, it's only for a smaller period of time. But that's just me. If you are really great with stillness, with staying in a meditative state, by all means, this may be the method for you. But you're going to do the same thing. You're going to see it. You're going to feel it. You're going to experience it. You're going to show gratitude as if you already have it, because all of that is in the present tense. When it comes to the spirit world, because that's what we're tapping into, the spirit world, there is no past, present, future. It's all one. And when you know the blueprint, that is how you are able to move a whole lot faster. And then another thing that I like to do that, that goes with everything is affirmations. So if you were manifesting money, I like to say affirmations. Money is obsessed with me. Money is flowing to me. The seeds that I plant, water, what was that? It was something that I heard, and it said, I water the seeds and money grow on trees. I water the seeds and money grows on trees. I water the seeds and money grow on trees. Financial abundance is my birthright. I will have more money. I have more money than I know what to do with. I have, or I am, because we know I am is the energy of God. I am so grateful to have my 760 credit score. I am so grateful that God has released me from a lack mindset. I am beyond grateful that I no longer have to deal with anxiety, with depression, with so on and so forth. And it may feel like imposter syndrome at first, but you got to remember, your brain is a muscle. You're feeding into your subconscious, because your subconscious that's essentially what you're going to use to elevate to the vibration that you are attracting. Your conscious is going to feed whatever it is that you're trying to do. And when you begin to lose focus, or when you begin to lose faith because you are actively feeding your conscious, oh God, I am, this is better than our first video, but when you are actively feeding into your conscious, you are able to be deeper or deeply rooted in the word. When those the seeds from the enemy begins to come up, and you begin to deal with doubt, you begin to deal with anxiety, you begin to deal with anything that is not of God, your subconscious is going to combat that and say, because God says that I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Satan, because I know that my God keeps his promises. He is not a man, he does not lie. But this is why your relationship with God, your walk with God, and your studying the word is so essential. Because like I stated, you're going to go through the spiritual warfare, but you have to know how to be prepared. And if y'all want more info on that, I'd check out that video, because I did do a video on spiritual warfare. Nevertheless, because I see this is already a longish video, so I don't want to keep y'all too long, but I truly hope that you guys took notes. I truly hope that y'all learned something in this video. If this resonated with you, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear about it. May this good word change your life in the best way. May this inspire you to be more intentional with your words as you are manifesting throughout your day and throughout the rest of your life. I love you, and God loves you more, and I'll see you next time.